Hello and welcome to the Black Mind Podcast, episode 210. So, 210 episodes in this thing. Allan's not here yet because he's a little bitch.
He's not a well, tiny bitch. Not a huge bitch, just a tiny bitch.
He's a little bitch. This week, we got some very interesting topics. Hopefully it goes on a little bit longer than usual. Hopefully Allan hops on halfway through to join us. But we got some small topics to talk about.
Oh, do we?
We got some small topics to talk about, mainly...
I like to stay under a rock, so I have to look up these topics.
Well, I'm pretty sure, Josh, that you have an indie game that you were playing this week.
I have an indie game I was playing this week? Oh, hold on.
You always have an indie game that you were playing this week.
Sometimes I forget. Sometimes I... Actually, you could talk about, was it the beta for Galaxy 2.0, since I was using that for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you right now, if Steam can just fix their fucking UI for how the library looks right now, I will go back to Steam. Because Galaxy UI is real fucking good. It's missing some things, but they're gonna update.
I like how Epic Game Store launched, and everyone was like, "This is the be-all, end-all for Steam." And then CD Projekt was like, "Ha ha ha! Hold my beer." Like
Pretty much.
Yeah,
I just find it funny that Epic is so concerned about getting games on their service, but yet their service is so trash to the point of, like, it's kind of holding your game hostage.
I wonder if even calling it a store is a good thing, because the thing doesn't even have a shopping cart.
No, that's yeah, like, it's so trash. It doesn't have a shopping cart. Like, who does this? It's 2019. Yeah. Everyone has a shopping cart. That's the most basic thing you could possibly have for a store. Like, what planet are you from?
Right? So, yeah. And, like, I'm getting really fed up with, like... So, did you hear the news recently about Epic Game Store?
Nah.
Okay, so recently they were like, we're going to take this Pokemon game that's coming out, that's Kickstarted, and we're going to put it on our things.
Oh, the Ubies, Moochies, Udis?
Oblets. Oblets.
So I've actually read discussions of this, and oh boy, these devs, they're just right up their own ass. Like, Jesus Christ.
There's a good word about how not to treat your customers.
It's just like, it's obvious you went for the money, but yet you're lying every step of the way about it. It's like, no, just say you went for the money. No one, like, would blink an eye.
Nobody would care if they... Yeah, exactly. Nobody would care if you said you just took the money because we want to take the money.
Yeah, like, in fact, there's a bunch of other devs that even said the same thing, and people go, well, of course, yeah, they're apparently throwing... just fucking duffel bags full of money into a giant dump truck and throwing it in people's lawns. Like, that's not what they're doing.
If there's a paragraph that's perfect, that basically says that, what is it? There's a paragraph that's very perfect where they say basically, like, yeah, we took the money so we can make the best game possible and that we don't have to move in back with our parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That's okay.
That's totally fine.
If you just said that, that's fine. But then they're like, But if you want something to be scared about, you should be more angry about global warming, this, and it's like, dude, shut up. Nobody cares.
No, first of all, it's like you're kind of putting the wrong point. Like you're trying to misguide our anger, and it's like, no, that's not the point here, you retard. Like you're trying to obfuscate our anger, and it's like, no, that's not gonna work.
It doesn't solve the problem. That just makes the problem worse.
Yeah, exactly. It just makes it be like, oh, are you? It makes people realize, oh, wait, you're starting to go up your own butt. How far can you go up there?
Mm-hmm. The other thing that makes me very upset and pissed off and stuff like that is then we have Jason Schreier commenting, and it's like, I'm going to read this line. In the few weeks, I've actually talked to 2 different indie devs who've dealt with Epic ensures that no matter how many copies they sell, they at least break even. A rare bit of stability in a volatile industry. But oh no, gamers have to use a store with fewer features. It's like, Jason, you missed the point entirely, as usual. The reason why people are pissed off is because the game is promised on Steam.
Yes. Like from the get-go, like for what they're promised in the get-go was Steam.
When the game is kickstarted, it is kickstarted onto Steam. So it's promised to be developed and put onto Steam via the Kickstarter.
Exactly.
So people have an expectation that the game will be released and put onto there's Kickstarter copy of the game will go onto Steam.
Yep.
Okay? It's the same thing with all of these deals recently, whether it's been Shenmue, Bloodstained, Phoenix Protocol, Mech Warrior 5, Oblitz. It's the same thing. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody would give a shit if Epic swooped in and said, we're going to buy this company, or we're going to publish this game, and it's going to be on the Epic Game Store. Nobody would care. It's the fact that you're doing it the last minute, that you're doing this, that makes everyone pissed off.
Yes.
Nobody would give a shit if Epic was funding the game throughout their product or through their product. Nobody would care. Everyone wouldn't give 2 shits. As a matter of fact, that should be what Epic does. Is like, Epic should be publishing these games. Nobody would care. No, it wouldn't be a deal breaker. Mm-hmm. But what's happening is that they're buying these games right at the end when the game is about to come out. It's already been confirmed for Steam. It's already going to be on Steam. The Steam achievements are literally in, and they're just taking the deal. And yeah, there are some people who have handled the controversy very well. Phoenix Protocol, they sat there and they offered refunds immediately. Shenmue is the exact opposite. This is the exact opposite. And so I'm very kind of sad for Oblitz dev, who really doesn't understand that in order to be a game dev, you kind of have to wear your armband, or you can't wear the armband that sits there and says that I'm just in it for the money. You have to kind of wear the armband that says I care about consumers too.
Mm-hmm. Because sadly, video game development, it's still kind of retail. Kinda.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Like, you still have to make people happy about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It just sucks for everyone, because it's like, huh.
Yeah. It's just, if anything, this is just further educating us how to react in any given situation now.
It shows everyone that what everyone's kind of saying, right?
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
because us, like, we're still making our little video game. We're putting shit together, and then we go see other devs and see what they're doing, and seeing, what their pitfalls are, and what, like, the hell, like, what their either their disasters or their freaking successes are, and we go, okay, we know what to
Okay, this is
we
how
know
we
what
handle
to
this situation. Like
exactly.
all this says to me is that like as soon as if Epic Games came up to us and was like, "Hey, we want to give you money so your game's a success," just sit there and immediately either go no, like, and here's why, and I'm sorry, I will take the fucking failure, or just say, and like we'll make another game for you, and you guys can fund that one completely, and that's completely fine with us.
Hmm.
Or sitting
That's
there saying
that's another thing
yes,
is,
and then
oh, you keep go ahead.
and saying yes, and here's what we're going to do. And as soon as we make the announcement, we just immediately say we did this so we can continue doing what we're doing. We understand that most people won't agree with us, and Epic is the devil, and the store is not finished, and they missed multiple milestones and everything like that. We understand that. We did this for ourselves. We understand that it's going to piss people off, and we're
Hmm.
okay with that, and we're sorry. You can call us whatever you want. You can tack us whatever way you want. At the end of the day, we're doing this for ourselves. We think we deserve this, and you don't have to buy our game, and we're not going to. And if you don't want to buy our game, that's fine. And if that's all we say, that's all. If that's the way that we have to say it, that's the way we have to say it. But sometimes it's just bullshit. I'm sorry for interrupting you, by the way.
Yeah, I kind of forgot what my point was. I was like thinking about something, and then I lost it. And I was like, oh, I held onto the ball for too long, and it melted.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Um, but yeah, it's just, it seems like honesty is the best policy when it comes to this type of shit. So it's like, if you're so far just straightforward with your freaking audience, and freaking at least like make amends of, like, you know what, you paid for this. They and Epic Games paid more than whatever for this. So we would just give you back your money if you want, and then they'll probably make them happy.
Sitting there
Like,
and sitting there and admitting that, like, we understand that people don't like this. We understand that people are going to be upset by this. We don't care that this is we did this for ourselves. We will do right by you. That is the best thing that you can do.
mhm.
And I think that that's what you're trying to say, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, just freaking, like, own up to it. Like, straight up own up to it. Just do it.
Just do it.
Just, just own up to it.
Fucking do it. Speaking of the Epic Game Store, I got important news.
Yeah.
There's a tweet. Somebody said, so Outer Worlds is coming to Nintendo Switch.
Nice.
So
that's that weird, what was it?
it's the Fallout game made by people who made Fallout.
No, but no, I mean the style of the game is not necessarily Fallout. It's fucking Borderlands in space, but like more like cartoony space.
Yeah, it's the guys who made Fallout making Fallout.
Ah.
So
I really wonder what the quality is going to be like on the Switch.
it will probably be absolute garbage. But
Yeah.
the key word here is that
Not on the Epic Store.
yeah. So this game was going to come out on Epic Game Store, and people were actually really upset about it. R/PC Gaming basically went ballistic. And this was like the third game, and then they did Phoenix Protocol, and everyone was also ballistic about that. So there was two. It was a double whammy, and this was the one where like kind of broke me. Because like before it was like Metro Exodus is on Epic Game Store. And it's like, whatever. Metro Exodus. I mean, it makes sense for them. It wasn't a very good thing. If you pre-order the game on Steam, you're still getting the game on Steam. I think that that's very well done. Oh, and it's only a timed exclusive. Okay, this one was the one that pissed me off the most because I actually kind of wanted to play it. So what ended up happening was when they put it on Epic Game Store, I was like, right, I'm waiting the 6 months. This is fucking bullshit, and I will fucking hate these fucking individuals. Fuck them, pieces of shit. It actually caused a fight between me and another guy. So now that it's coming out on Switch, now I'm actually happy because now I can have my Outer Lands or Outer Worlds on my Switch, so I can play it while I'm going on the bus to school. And Mr. Shizzle in a bag put it really right. He goes, "You guys saved yourselves from me pirating it. I will buy it on Switch instead of giving my money to Epic." And somebody else responded with, "You're still lame for wanting to pirate it, though." And then this is my response to that person: "Fuck you. You're wrong. You're wrong because people are allowed to fucking support the companies that they want to fucking support. You fucking piece of shit." And the fact that, well, you're coming into a dumpster fire. Let's be honest. Well, let me finish my rant, Allan.
Coming into a less dumpster fire.
Jesus fucking Christ, Allan. Let me finish my rant. I'm talking about how piracy is ethical when people are not supporting a company that is as evil as Epic Games. Yeah, like, this is bullshit. And yeah, I mean, if people want to pirate a game because it's on Epic Games Store, more power to them. People have pirated things for less. Yeah, like, this is one of those situations where it's just bullshit, right? It's just complete and total bullshit. We're gonna sync. We're gonna take a quick break. Josh is probably thankful because I'm not gonna be ranting as much as before. And then we can actually talk about a topic that we actually care about and people are actually excited about. And Allan will probably rip his hair out and cry, and it will be hilarious. I'm just gonna sync you two together because you guys did it perfectly.
Yeah.
I was like, I heard you go 3, 2, 1, see. I was like, what the fuck?
He doesn't normally do that. So we're back.
No.
After the 3 seconds of silence.
Fuck you. It's a minute-long break.
We went to the sandwich cart and got sandwiches.
Yeah, we went for an hour. This is actually the next day we're recording this. So, Allan.
Hi. What happened? What's going on? What do I need to know and rage about?
You remember on what day did I fucking send you a message that was basically screaming at you?
I don't know.
It was last Wednesday, which was, I believe, the 31st, actually. So on the 31st, something came to my attention. And this attention was very hurtful. It made me reevaluate some decisions I've made in the past. Autodesk has decided that 3ds Max and Maya should be $325 a year.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Hold up. What?
Allan.
What? Don't tell me. Don't. I'm trying not to, dude. But if this is true, I'm gonna be right.
Go message Ben. Ask him if you can say the word, and then you can say it. Or your black friend.
Are you sure? Because Maya right now on their webpage is $2,015 $2,015 a year.
So they've created another tier.
Huh?
It's called 3ds Max Indie.
So
It's called the Indie program. We are currently piloting indie versions of 3ds Max and Maya so that recent graduates, freelancers, and hobbyists, and those starting out in the industry have an affordable option to use our tools. We are piloting this to make changes to the offerings if it does not perform as expected. However, we hope this offering does indeed perform as expected and expand to other countries in the future. If you're a recent graduate, freelancer, or you just love making awesome stuff in 3D, you can be eligible to subscribe to 3ds Max Indie. Create like a pro at a price you can afford.
your annual gross revenue from design
is under $100,000
US dollars, so like $127,000 Canadian.
Yeah.
Only one license can be used per user or organization. Offers only eligible on those based in Australia, Canada, New Zealand, UK, and the US. So the Commonwealth and the US.
Can be used per user or organization. So like if you have multiple users, you have to use... So like me and Josh would have to do seating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually like not even mad about that.
So this was the thing that made me like literally my brain explode.
Like that's really, it's the same program. It's Maya.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh wow.
So I'm just going to check it. So for 1 year, if I buy 1 year, it is $324.95, and that's for Max, and for Maya, it's another $325 a year. That is cheaper than my Maya LT subscription.
Yeah, isn't that like $700 a year?
That's $400 a month, or that's $40 a month.
Jeez, man.
And that's not with the discount. So with the year discount, it's actually cheaper, and it's about the same price. So why would you not buy Maya? Why would you not just do this instead of Maya LT?
Yeah. Like that's, wow.
Yeah, it's fucking insane.
I'm not mad about that. That's actually a good thing.
No, it's like a fucking great thing.
That actually, like, from what I've heard from people who've been talking about Maya, like, I've heard quite a few things. But like, a lot of people were just not happy with the idea of Maya being so expensive. And I'm not even mad. Like, this is just fucking gold. Like, straight up, I think, like, that you should just love and adore Maya for doing this.
This is something where when Autodesk does something right, we can sit there and comment on it. And Autodesk has done something really right in this situation. Because nobody was sitting there and arguing that their programs were worth $1,000.
They are. They are.
Yeah, they're legitimately good programs. They, like 3ds Max, like we sit there and we debate about Maya versus Max and well, this one's better, this one's better. But like at the end of the day, they're still worth $1,000. The tools inside of them, $2,000 a year.
Yeah,
they're still
like no one will ever say like no, they're not worth that. They are absolutely worth that to us because they provide so much utility, tools, equipment. They like for Maya is better for movies and shows. Max is better for video games and limited productions.
Max has a lot more handling and stuff like that. Maya is a lot better for character animation. Max is a lot better for like environments and design like that.
Actually, Maya's a bit better for environments because of the wide scopes you can get out of it. However, Max is default isometric.
When you're talking about like levels, though, that's kind of what I'm talking about.
Yeah. That's the thing is like when you say environments, I think of like actual environments. I don't think
you're thinking of like a cityscape, whereas like I'm thinking of like a linear level or like an open world.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like both programs have their strengths, their weaknesses. There, like I find Max a bit too bulky, and I like and that's my problem with it. Even though Jeff finds Maya too bulky. It's because of how the tools we've learned them and how they develop. I'm used to just having the cut tool be click, hover over a line, there's my cut. Whereas Jeff is used to having to draw a line down across this thing and then cut at an angle or cut at a specific angle to get his.
I'm used to not worrying about polygons. You are.
I'm used to actually making sure all my polygons have 4 sides. Jeff is used to worrying about having to make sure all his polygons are either 4 or 3 sides or set up to be terraced. Is it?
Triangles.
Yeah.
Because
I was going to say my camp is the making sure you have triangles and that they're not fucked up. Make sure you have squares. Make sure you have squares and they're not fucked up.
Yeah, so like for me and Josh, this is basically like, yeah, okay, we're buying this. Like, fuck off. Yeah. Like we're buying this. We don't care.
That program is like this news. If I wasn't going back to school in September, I would probably buy it just to use it for like my own personal hobbying time. That's $300 a year.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Mind you, I don't know if that's oh, what's it called? $300 a year, American, or if it's $300 Canadian. That's my.
It's $325 Canadian.
Ooh! Wow.
So, an American, I don't know what the price is.
That's actually like fucking stellar. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's like crazy, right?
When Autodesk does the right thing.
This is kind of like the thing where it's like I kind of want to buy it now. I'm probably gonna wait a couple of weeks. I accidentally put the wrong amount of money on the wrong credit card.
You have to pay it off first.
No, my other credit card. I went. Let me put it like this: my other credit card that I have all my subscriptions tied to.
You maxed it by accident?
No. What ended up happening is it still has like a good amount of breathing room, but when I used it for like living, like because I was like out of money. So I was like, I'm gonna buy like water and I'm gonna buy like food, and I'm gonna use this credit card because I wasn't thinking that. I thought my other credit card was way too high.
Yeah.
And then I looked at my bills today, and it's like the other way around. And so I have the other one. They have really good names. They have Fun Visa, and then they have the Important Visa.
And that's when you looked at Important Visa, and you're like,
And I actually liked Fun Visa, and Fun Visa now has a $400 payment going on it. So I'm debating about just letting that, like, because I'm going back to school, I'm just debating about, like, letting that payment slide.
No, do not. Absolutely
and let
not.
the $400. Well, like the Fun Visa, like basically, like the reason why I have the Fun Visa is so like the podcast accounts get paid.
Yeah.
If something happens to, like, I need money to buy something important to me that isn't actually important, but it's important to me, so I can buy it. So the $400 Visa, like, what I'm probably going to do is the $400, I'm probably just going to leave it there, and then I'm just going to buy Max with it and go fuck it. But whatever.
Yeah,
and
just be careful.
I mean, I'm good at managing finances. I've done a lot of shit before. The thing I'm bad about is, how do I put this? The thing I'm bad about is that, like, I will oversave.
That's fair.
And I will sit there and I will do something really stupid because saving is important, and then it will go on sale. And then I will hate myself in 3 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what else happened this week, guys? Besides Maya doing the thing.
Epic Game Store is a piece of shit, and you should care.
This was known, Khaleesi. They took the game away from me.
They did
Omelets?
What?
That omelet, whatever?
No.
Omelets?
No. MechWarrior 5.
Oh, the other one.
Yeah, I was actually about to pre-order that on Steam last week, and then I saw the news, and I was like, good thing I didn't waste money. And like a lot of people who like, I actually was just scrolling through their MechWarrior chat a couple weeks ago, or last week, I think, bitching about this. And I was just sitting there like reading through, like, yep, no, they literally backstabbed the entire community that they had built. They had lost all the goodwill. And like I'm actually on a server now that is a mech merc company, which they recently actually just put up their Kickstarter, and I'll link it here in chat so we can take a look at it. And it's basically like a Mech Warrior style game, but it's a bit more of like, it's not as like polished or detailed. It's more because it's an indie game. But I'm actually like in the chat and I'm listening to them talk. Like they're listening to like they have.
Don't take the money from Epic, you fucks.
They have 100 and like around 200 people in the Discord. Most of them are fans, and that's what most of the chat looks like. It's like online contributors and developers. They have 3 developers. They have guest developer, and one other, and that's the ones who are online right now. It looks like they've actually got a few others. But for the most part, it's just like, it seems like they're actually like talking with people, like listening to people. Like they've actually just recently put up a frequently asked questions, and it's like, when will Mech Merc Company release an MMC? I'm just gonna call it MMC. I can't call it that because it's Master Chief Collection. Fuck. Mech Company. I'll just call them that. And they're like, well, when is early access release? It's like they're trying for March 2nd of 2020. This is a MechWarrior fan game. No, this is not a MechWarrior fan game, but a spiritual successor to MechWarrior 4. Will this game have a story-based campaign? Right now, there are no current plans for a story-based campaign. Is there a plan for co-op multiplayer? It's like, no plans right now. As of right now, there are no plans for PvP multiplayer yet. But they're like, right now, like they're like, no, these are the things that we want to get through. This is the goals. Can I paint my like a good example? Can I paint my mechs? Yes, mech painting has been implemented, but we're planning to revise and upgrade it later on. How many mechs are in the game? As of right now, 20 unique mechs, with 5 different unique maps over the game currently. How many weapons? There's 100 different and unique weapons in the game currently, and the game lore is a community driven and has a large and expanding universe. As in, like the community is helping write the lore, which is brilliant.
Can I ask a question?
Go for it.
So this is an idea I've been playing around with for a little bit, and I think it would be really funny and stupid. But don't you think it would be hilarious if you had basically Mech Warrior mechs and like Gundams? But like the Mech Warrior mechs were better for like siege and assault on like worlds and actual planets, where the Gundams were actually a lot better for like space combat.
That would be an interesting concept, except for if the Gundams are built better for space combat, then you have no need of. Believe it or not, it's actually the expanded reason lore behind why, like, again, Gundams. The reason why Gundams and like Mobile Suit Gundam are so effective is because they're essentially so fast, so mobile that like even the mass-produced models outrun anything that you see in MechWarrior. And because they're so much more maneuverable, adapted to warfare, they're like basically walking people.
Yeah,
massive people. What do you do to stop them? It becomes a question, and that's the reason why, like, the idea of siege vehicles, and even in like Gundam, they have siege Gundam.
Oh yeah,
they have them. They're essentially snipers, missile mechs that are just designed to have heavy arms from Gundam Wing. That's a siege mech. The Gundam tank or gun tank is another siege tank. Is another siege tank. There's Zaku variants who are like siege variants, and the thing is, it's just like they already have that in the universe. I would love to see maybe Mech Warrior and 40K Titans together, because that would be really cool. But at the same time, it's 2 different styles of mech design and stuff like that. 40K is very colossal, very bulky, designed to like stride forward. They are the epitome of war. Whereas MechWarrior they're not the epitome of war, but their production's related to war. Because tanks and APCs can still bring down a mech, even though it's pretty hard to do.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't mean to crush your dreams. Like, it's a really cool idea. I'd love to see that. But like, MechWarrior has nothing on Gundam.
Well, like the thought process I was having is like yeah, Gundam's going to be a lot faster in space and stuff like that. They're going to be a lot quicker on the ground too. But like when it comes to the armor, it's like, oh yeah, like an Atlas is going to always fucking win 9 times out of 10 on land.
Yeah, but
because an Atlas is just because an Atlas just has 20 times more weapons, and it just takes one shot from the heavy laser or the AC-20 that just knocks you clean on your ass, and then it's just punch, punch, punch.
But here's the flip side, though. Here's a bit of a flip side. Because the same philosophy applies in 40K.
Yeah.
But the reason why 40K works is because of the classification of the 5 Titan variants. There's 5 different classifications. There are Scout Titans, Battle Titans, and then Command Titans. And there's technically the 4th one is Psi Titans, but they are kind of a rare breed that you end up very, very rarely see. Scout Titans are the smallest. And they are, I think, 10 stories tall. I don't know how tall a Warhound, but they're not super big. They're
big enough.
They're big. They're like, oh, there we go. Height 14 meters at rest. That's at rest. That's 14 meters standing at rest. That's not that tall. Okay, that's a pretty small vehicle actually. And that's the thing is, its armor is built to just allow it to move. It's fast, it's quick, it's nimble. It's a Scout Titan. And they work like a wolf pack. 3 of them will scout around to one side, hit it from one side. Another 3 will scout around to the other side, hit it from another side. And there's an actual story in a novel related to 40K explaining how Titans fight one another. And there's a fight where the biggest Titans available, the Imperator class Titans, the Titans that are like the image of the Omnissiah, the god of machines, the epitome of war, made manifest, is taken down by 30 of these small Titans before it even gets a shot off.
Yeah.
Because, like, what do you do? It's like, it doesn't matter how much armor you have. And again, like, I do agree with you. Like, the Atlas has, like, one laser shot. Boom, there goes a Gundam, or a Gundam equivalent. Well, one shot, you got one kill. But if these people know what they're doing, they're moving in groups of 4 or 5. Not just 5. Another 5 off to the other side. 5 off to the other side. And all they have to do is hit you a couple times. Slow you down. Damage a leg joint, let's say. Well, now you're dragging a leg. You're moving slower now. Damage your hip. Well, now you can't turn as fast. Oh, well, that won't be so bad. But these little things add up. It's the same thing that happened with the mouse. The reason why, like, the mouse was so, like a laughably stupid design. Because it was so heavy. It was a mobile bunker. That's what the mouse was. It was meant to be a mobile bunker. But here's the thing about mobile bunkers. Bunkers only work when they're stationary. And even then, stationary things get hit. Even if they're moving and they're slow and they're obvious, they're still going to get hit. It's kind of like how, that's the reason why, like, I think MechWarrior, I think their top speeds for their mechs, I think, are like 60 kilometers an hour.
I believe they're 60.
I'm actually going to look that up. But yeah, it's like...
Yeah, do you want to talk about something else now?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a huge mecha fan. I know a lot of people don't know this about me, but like, I'm huge into mechs.
Allan likes a lot of...
I love MechWarrior. I love Armored Core. I love Warhammer 40K.
Me and Allan were best friends in college, he says sarcastically.
Yeah. Would you say that you when you talk about mechs, you ape out about it?
A bit, yeah. Like,
Is that a fucking segue? Damn it, man. You ruined my segue and took it and made it into your segue.
Josh,
you brilliant bastard.
I'm not even mad. Josh.
I just got a brief thing I want to talk about very quickly, okay, Josh?
Okay.
So, Gundam announced the newest Barbados Master Grade kit.
Are you gonna get it?
Yeah.
I gotta go get my Master Grade Easy 8 still. So
I gotta get a Master Grade Easy 8 because Easy 8's the best Gundam.
it isn't the best Gundam. I know this.
It's the most military-esque Gundam ever.
There we go.
Alan would buy if Gundam Build Fighters was a thing. Alan would buy that thing and then he would paint it up in camo, and then literally you would play one round and he would just snipe you from like 40 feet away, and you'd be like, "What the fuck?" That would be entirely his battle plan.
Accurate. Actually,
His entire.
What makes it really funny actually is, Rory could have testified to this. I play a very straightforward head-on fight style. I prefer to brute force my way through things. I'm not known for sneaking things. So it wouldn't be I'm going to paint it up in camo and shoot you from a distance. I'm going to paint myself up in camo and then I'll pop out of the bush in a full stride in heavy armor coming at you.
Yeah, that's Alan's plan. Yeah, okay.
Just a sudden.
So
what was that?
So this Barbados looks really cool. I want it. It looks really awesome. It made me ape out.
Chat?
I did.
There
In topic list. Yeah. So it made me ape out a little bit. There you go.
I actually really like the look of it. It looks really nice.
Good.
Oh, and it comes with the utility frame too set up, so you can just strip off the parts.
Yep. That's kind of the way the Gundam frames are.
I like that. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I might buy 5.
Don't do that.
I'm gonna have a troop of Barbadoses. And then when
do it.
Do it.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
So, Josh, you played Ape Out.
I played Ape Out, and I played Ape. So basically, Ape Out is a visual game that was talked about forever ago. I want to say like 2015, I think, of just a simple, very simple concept of like, what if you're a gorilla? What if you just trying to escape? And what if there's people with guns? And you're like, okay, so that's a concept. And it's like, okay, what if you can grab them? Okay, cool. Yeah, it's fun. Maybe they misfire sometimes when you grab them. Oh, yeah, that's pretty. You could shoot down the other guys when you do that. Cool. What if you just also hit the left click and you just shove them against walls and they explode in blood? Yeah, that's also pretty good. Yeah. And then it's like, well, what if we had some really good level design and it's randomly generated so that, it's kind of new and fresh every time you play it? Yeah, that's fucking cool.
Is this just Ape Escape, but random?
Yep, same but random.
Same but random.
So yeah, the game is actually like the thing that makes this game more interesting is that the soundtrack, it goes to the beat of what you're doing. So if you're running around holding someone, the music will actually be suspenseful of you holding someone, creeping with you holding them as the body shield as they're, maybe shooting their gun or you just creeping them in front of you, just getting around the corner and hoping like no one's gonna shoot you. And also the music changes depending on like if you throw someone out the window, if you run past a window with a sniper trying to get you.
So it's adaptive music.
Very, very good adaptive music. It is all jazz.
Okay. Yeah, that's the thing is like I was about to say it's like has that been like a staple for games for like a good example was Sly Cooper. Sly Cooper, when you're sneaking up on someone, you hear like every footstep you take, it goes.
I would say this one takes it even further because it depends on like scenarios of like what gun the person has.
Yeah.
And what type the person is. So it's like, geez.
Yeah, and that's a smart thing. That's actually cool.
Oh yeah.
But that's the reason I was immediately hesitant, going like, "Hey, isn't that like a thing that's been around for a long time?" But at the same time, I get what you mean. It's like,
yeah.
I assume that Ape Escape is actually like really.
Ape out.
Sorry.
But yeah, it is real good. I would say that it leans towards more of the it's the challenging, but it's not your fault. So, or it's actually no, sorry, it's challenging and it's your fault, but you can get better. That's the like, you know, the philosophy of like, oh fuck, like if I just be more careful going around corners, I would have been fine. Okay, let's do this again. Ah fuck, I grabbed the wrong guy. I should always grab this certain guy if they get close enough. Okay, I'll do it again. Ah fuck, okay.
So it's not punishing mistakes.
No, it's more of like, okay, if I was just thinking it better, I can get through it a lot easier. And yeah, and so far it's just like, just different strategies of what you would do and how you run away from enemies and stuff like that. And yeah, it's just chucking people against people and using like a security door as like a projectile and all this like all this cool stuff. Of these little details and like how you're running around the environment is so good. Like it's just, it's a game of it's very short,
but it's enjoyable.
But it's very, very enjoyable. Like I think I want to say that the game's probably like so the game's separated into albums, like chapters you could say. But the funny thing about these albums are like, yeah, so the jazz is kind of the theme of the video game. So therefore, album 1 is you're going through Science Laboratory and has its own kind of different soundtrack. The second one has its own different soundtrack, and also you're going through a rooftop. So it's like more narrow corridors. You have to watch out for windows. You have to watch out for gunners shooting from across from the other building. You have to watch out for you don't basically fall out the window yourself type of thing. It's like, oh, that's a different challenge. And I think there's 2 other albums, so they make it 4. At least that's what the screen looks like. I'm not sure if there's more after that. I have to keep playing the game. But it was like, oh, like how they separate it into different albums, and it's like, yeah, that's real neat. It's like it does feel like you're kind of listening, like you're going through these levels and listening to the music, and then like, you know, vibing out to the game type of thing.
That's good. I just played more BattleTech.
Of course you do.
Yeah, that game has a really weird difficulty curve, where some missions will be like the hardest thing on the planet Earth, and other missions are easy.
Man, trying to get that difficulty curve perfect is near impossible sometimes.
Well, that also is determined by like the player too. There are sometimes, I won't lie, there are times where I go back to games where I breeze through a level, and then I come back to it like on like my next run through, and I'm like, oh, it's easy. This is like I beat this in like X amount of time last time, and then I struggle. I'm like, what did I do? What did I do last time? And because sometimes you just end up in the zone where you just kind of like zone in and you just like everything you're doing. Perfect. Even when you fuck up. Perfect.
Frank, what was one of those games that I got into a zone and I was like, yeah, I'm king shit. But as soon as you start thinking, it started to do a think at all. You're like, I fucked up. Shit. Like, which game was it? I want to say it was like maybe Super Meat Boy or something. That is like, you get to a point of like you don't consciously think of anything. You're just doing, and you're like, oh, I got pretty far, and then you just fuck up from there. Or what? Maybe it was Tetris. Maybe it was Tetris.
It's Tetris. Like games that you're like just kind of like wired, like that you just kind of like glazing your eyes glaze over, and you start going into a flow. Are kind of games like Tetris, Super Meat Boy. Games that have like checkpoints or like specific level design, but they're done in such a way that when you finish them, it's like a very quick hit of dopamine, and it's like, okay, on to the next one. And it's always a satisfying. There's enough challenge there, even if it's a simple level, that you're like, all right, I know what I did wrong there. All right, I know what I did wrong there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, knowing what you did wrong is always important, and then when you realize you fucked up, then you can improve, right?
Yep.
Right. So anything else you want to talk about with Ape Out?
It's I recommend it.
You recommend
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10?
10 out of 10.
Okay. I kind of want to talk a little bit about something very quickly.
Okay.
So, this recently happened, believe today. What was it? Trying to find this subreddit. There it is. So the MechWarrior 5, Jason Schreier said something really stupid. No Man's Sky Beyond's coming out. You guys would like No Man's Sky. It's a pretty cool game.
I just think there's other games that do the same thing but better.
There is. There's a lot of games that do that. But I think that No Man's Sky has recently done a lot of things right.
Like they actually updated with stuff to do?
Yeah.
A little bit interested.
Yeah. It's a little bit fun. It's really cool. They're adding in some stuff that already had multiplayer in now, so the fact that they're doing this really helps the situation.
They're doing more with it.
Yeah. So Intel's releasing 10 nanometer parts.
Really?
Finally. Which is equivalent to AMD's 7 nanometer parts. It's almost as if AMD has started taking up market share in mobile and server. It's really interesting. And Ninja left Twitch.
Yeah. Okay. So, I've heard about that, and oh boy, fucking Twitch is pissed. Apparently, his stream last night was just being shadowed by a fuck ton of Twitch mods. I heard that and I was like, "There's no way." And then I looked at the chat, like somebody posted a picture of the chat log, and all the people in the chat log were just mods. You couldn't subscribe to his channel anymore. He was like, it was like, oh, dude.
Well, his first Mixer actual thing was actually pretty like successful. Apparently, like he had over he's one of the highest rated followers on the planet now. And it's hilarious because it's like, yeah, of course Microsoft did this.
Yeah. And the thing is,
yeah, it's really stupid and dumb.
I guess they gave him more money than Twitch?
Yeah, they did.
Like, that's amazing. That's so amazing.
Yeah, they gave him apparently the deal was for 32 million.
Jesus.
Yeah. Allan, you were saying?
I'm I'm not even mad. I'm actually happy that he's moving over to because this is Microsoft doing a fucking just because Ninja was the biggest Twitch streamer essentially on the platform.
Right.
And them just fucking legit ninjing him from fucking Twitch.
Yeah, they just yanked him. It's beautiful.
I'm not even mad. I'm impressed, and I actually want to see what the work is.
Well, do you really want to be mad about this because it's business?
It just comes down to business of you just simply got bottom out or type of thing.
Yeah.
And also it comes down to is Mixer actively better than Twitch, or are they both the same?
It's about the same.
Okay, let's say it comes down to oops, I showed maybe a willy on screen for a whole 3 seconds. This is a human who's not a fucking total asshat himself is going to look at it and go, hey, I understand you didn't mean to show that willy for 3 seconds. It's perfectly fine.
Most
and not
not.
Twitch that oh, I hate this person because he's a big poo-poo head, so therefore I'm just going to ban everything he does.
Right. That's kind of how they act.
Yeah, so it's well, is Mixer at least better in that regard?
Yes, usually.
I was going to say, go the fucking Mixer, because Twitch can go right the fuck off.
Twitch lately has had a really bad.
They have no customer support. Like, I tell you right now.
No, they've just been negative.
Like every single thing I've heard about like how Twitch works, it comes to the point of like, oh my god, if you just like weasel your way in by fucking someone, or even like I was a mod for a year, that somehow gets you in a position of like, yeah, I can like control, like ban people if I wanted to. And it's like, what? No. You need people like outside of your framework so you can be like, you can understandably look at it and go, well, you didn't mean to, so therefore, yeah, that's fine. Like, it comes down to like their biases are blinding them.
Pretty much.
Like, Jesus.
That's always kind of been their problem, right? Is like, you sit there and you act like how do I say it? You sit there and you treat people so poorly, and then you're like wonder why it's always poured, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you wonder why like Twitch is favoring the female Twitch streamers a lot.
Well, I got a theory about that.
We're not going to talk about the boobs.
No, it's because boobs make money, man.
Because there's a lot of 14-year-old males.
Pretty much.
There's a lot of 14-year-old males.
Hey, do you want to see 14? Hey, do you want to see boobs? Yes, I do want to see boobs. Here are boobs. Oh, boobs look nice.
And I'm 14 years old, and this is the only way I'm gonna see like this PG boob. So, okay, here's $5.
Yeah, here's $5.
Here's $5. I stole my dad's credit card. He won't notice.
Yeah.
Fuck. Jesus.
So. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's $5.
Here's $5. Fuck you.
Just if we're out in public for no reason, here's $5. Stop it.
Stop. Cease and desist.
Stop it. Josh, I told you to stop it.
Here's $5. Stop it. Just we're going to like a public like swimming pool. Everyone's having fun. $5.
Here's 20 cents. Fuck you.
You get 20 cents. Jail time. Oh
no. Okay, is that a show?
You know what? Maybe.
Thank you.
I think so.
Thank you for listening to the Black Mind Podcast. You can listen to us every Thursday on blackmindgames.podbean.com. You can also listen to us on your favorite podcasting app of choice. Feel free to subscribe to us, review us, whatever. We don't care. Yeah, hope you have a good night. Thank you, Josh and Allan, for joining me, and have a good day. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.